So here we are in the kitchen. This is where all of the magic happens. When we're doing events for 500-600 people, we're doing events for 50, 60, 70 people. Check this out over here. Take a look over here. We have carryouts going on this weekend. We're still doing stuff at the hall. Even though we've been kneecapped by the COVID, we are still making the magic happen. This is a little prep table. Check this out. Giant can opener. How exciting. Giant can opener. I just want to let you know all the tools we use in the kitchen. There's the hand sink. And there's the mixer. The mixer's been out of commission for a while. Again, we haven't been making our dressings, but we do house-made dressings, Italian, ranch, any dressing you can imagine. We do right in that little thing right there. So here, come follow me. Again, this is our prep table. We chop and cut, put everything together on this table over here. This is usually where I'm working because right behind me is my cockpit, quote unquote. This is pretty much my favorite thing right here. Now you see how this is a little flat top? Little flat top action. A lot of times you've made sauces at home with the gas, and that gas gets pretty hot and direct on your pot, right? Well, here is about 3 inches of steel, and you put your pots on top of that, and you can adjust for a nice little simmer, a slow roll, and there's no direct heat. It's just a dispersed heat so that you can maintain a nice temperature on your sauces throughout the day without burning and scorching them. I love that thing right there. This is invaluable in a professional kitchen. Right here is our char griller. We put the nice little diamond marks on all the chicken breast and all the steaks that we do. Over here is our flat top griddle, where we saute tons and tons and tons of chicken breast. The number one thing that we move in this kitchen, chicken breast, in case anybody ever wondered. We'll go through at least 2,000 4-ounce chicken lobes in a weekend here, on a good weekend. Lately, not so much, but usually. Here's our deep fryers. Everybody has to have a deep fryer. We run 2 of them right here. Always have to have nice, clean, hot oil, 350 degrees on that oil. If you ever deep fry something at home, you got to make sure that oil is 350 degrees before you drop anything in, and always test it first. You can drop a little piece of dough in there, or even throw a little bit of flour, and if it starts sizzling up, you know it's pretty much ready. Anything over that, you'll overcook it, you'll brown it, you'll scorch it. But 350 degrees, that's your trick. Sometimes you can go 375 in a deep fryer. As you come on, now keep following me down here. We have all of our burners, and we're lucky here. We have, let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 burners up here. Believe me, on a busy weekend, every one of these will be going all day long. We also take these little pots right here, we throw them up on this stove here, fill them up with water, and we use them for a water bath. For example, take a deep fryer. Do we have one over here? Let's take this one. Take a deep fryer basket like this. Just imagine that this pot is on that stove, filled with water. Fill it with potatoes. Drop it in the hot boiling water, par cooks them, gets them ready to go, and then when they're done, they heat up, or same thing with the vegetables, or the pastas that we do, par cooking them in here with a little deep fryer basket filled with hot water that's boiling up on this stove here. These are our convection ovens. This is the workhorse. After we saute off your chicken breast and put a nice little color, nice little mark on it, the steaks, whatever it is that we're cooking, we finish them off in these little babies right here. High, low, all the way up to 450, 500 degrees on these. But these are the number one beasts. If one of these goes down, we're in trouble. And it has happened where we're doing a wedding for 500 and we lose one. Imagine cooking for 500 people and losing one oven. Not a good thing. Down below, we have what we call still ovens. There's no convect in there. They do a slow roast. When we cook our beef, we slow cook them in these all day long. We do our beef 3 different times. That's how the prime oven roast beef we sell gets so tender. Moving right along, another one of my favorite items right here. This is our soup kettle, 80 gallons. We do bone stock every week for every sauce we do. Chicken bones, all the full mirepoix, peppercorns, bay leaves. Thing cooks for 3-4 days, and we use the stock that comes out of this in every soup, every sauce that we make. Even so much as so far as to go to the pasta sauces as well. You can't make a good sauce unless you have the good stuff to go in it from the beginning. Garbage in, garbage out, I always say. And right here, this is a hot box, a hot holding box. Every time we're holding, say, a sauce prior to plate up, or keeping food nice and warm prior to going out on a carry out. We throw them in here, and these adjust to about 200 degrees if you want to hold at a higher temp, or you just want to maintain a hot temp. Also, when we're plating up the platters on our family style or our plated meals, after we plate them up, put a lid on them, we stack them all in through here. And we have another one on the other side of the kitchen as well. Here at the kitchen, I don't like to have food sitting in these hot boxes for too long. We like to plate up right out of the oven, super hot, super fresh, so it arrives to your table unharmed. The longer food stays in a hot box, it just kind of degrades a little bit, you know. So that's why we insist on if you're going at 7 o'clock with your dinner, we prefer that you go at 7 o'clock with your dinner. That way we can ensure the hottest, freshest food possible. That's really important to me, and we take everything we do here at the Macedonian Cultural Center very, very seriously, especially when it comes to your wedding dinner. So, a couple more things in the kitchen. Here's our spice rack. Everything we need is up here throughout the day. When I'm making sauces and whatnot, I reach for stuff over here. We like to use a lot of fresh herbs, shallots, garlic, all the good fresh stuff and everything we make over here. Like I said before, garbage in, garbage out. These are the lids that go on top of the plates for the family style dinners. And as you come over around through this way, we have our big old rack of utensils, our rack of tubs and buckets and deep fryer stuff. Again, we have been out of commission for a while, so we're not really using too much of this stuff, but once we're going, everything's just constantly moving in here. It's a symphony in here. It's crazy. I actually really, really miss doing it.